Hello and welcome back to the raw series of game development using GameMaker. Alright, we're going to be following off the last episode with this one, which is we created a basic inventory or set one up. Now we're going to see how to use it. So I've done a little bit of work, but let's rattle through it. And I'm just going to sort of explain along the way of why I've done things I've done. Firstly, go to the object player, go to the create event. In here, just type in region, hash region, sorry. This is going to be the inventory. Right, end region, like so. So if we go to this one, that one, we've got the region, and in here, we want to say it's bag. So we're going to create a pointer for our bag objects that just determines what number bag we're sitting on. Now step into the step event. Now there's a bit of code here, but basically I'm just going to copy it across. So this is in our step event. Now we're going to add a region as well. Region, let's say inventory usage. Inventory. I keep spelling it wrong. And the region. Now what we're doing here is basically when we press G, we do this bit of code. When we press F, we do this bit of code. The easy part, or the first part, is when we go through F. So when we press F, we're pretty much using the item, and we need to make sure that our bag pointer is always greater than 0. So we technically, I'm doing a little cheeky increase it to 1 if there's ever one item there, but in arrays, it starts off always at 0. So basically what we're saying is, as long as there's one item and we press F, let's run this bit of code. What we're doing is if our bag pointer -1, so because I said we always do a little cheeky bag pointer is always being 1, okay, we're then minusing that to be at 0 to then show us whatever the item is. But if basically, long story short, just seeing as wherever the pointer is at, if that equals Earth, we're going to plus equal our health from plus equal the health to 20. If it equals fire, it's going to go up by 50. If it equals water, it's going to go up by 2. Then we're going to delete the item that we used. So, and then we're going to, if our array is still greater than 0, or our bag array is still greater than 0, so we still have items in there, we always want to set it back to 1 after every use. Otherwise, we set it to 0, so we don't want to show anything. So that's how that works. And then the G, all we're doing with G is basically saying if we have an array element, or if we don't have an array element, so if it's 0 or less than 1, we want to just make the pointer 0. However, if the pointer is greater than our array of 0, then we want to say pointer is always equal to 1. So think of it as like if we have at least one element in our array, we're always setting our pointer to 1. Otherwise, it always sets back to 0. Then we've just got this little one here that if none of them are true, so basically if we're saying if our pointer is greater than 1 minus 1, which is 0, we always set it to 1. But if the pointer is, actually, let me just double check that, because I think, no, that should still work. That should still work. Yeah. So basically all we're saying here is if the pointer is greater than 0, technically, let's make it 1. If it's 3, let's just plus equals 1. Example. No. Yes. So every time we press G, we should increase the pointer by 1, as long as these two don't work. So basically, yeah, that's how it works. So now we go to the draw event, and you'll see when I test it out how it sort of works. Go to the draw event. We just copy another bit. So all we're saying here is if our array length of the bag is greater than 0, all we want to do there is print out or write somewhere the pointer. the number the pointer is at, and then the actual element that the pointer is on. So you get both the number the pointer is at and the name of the element. And then the only other thing I've got is when we touch an item in the middle here, we want to say if our bag pointer is less than or equal to 0, then we're going to say set it to 1. So basically what we're saying is if we touch an item, and right now we're sitting on 0, we've got no items, so that's our first item. What we want to do is set that item, the pointer to 1. That to me means, okay, there's one item in the bag. So that's how that sort of all works. Yeah, let's see it in action. So if I play the game, let's hope this doesn't break. So here's our game. So when I hit the first one, we've got earth. Hit the second one, we've got fire added. We're still on earth though. Hit the third one, we've got water added. So I've got 3 there. If I hit G, we increase it by 1. So we've moved 1 across. Hit G again, moves another 1 across. Hit G again, we go back to the start. Okay. So basically, if I go back to the step event, I think it was, and this one here, what that is saying is, give me the length of our bag array. So I incorrectly said this wrong before, but basically give us the whole length. So if we've got 3 items, give us 3. -1 makes it 2, because remember 0 is our first one. So 0, 1, 2, which is our 3 elements. And then where's our bag pointer at? If it's greater than 3, let's say, then we want to say set it to 1. So if we're at the last element, then we want to go to the next element. Well, we can't go any further because there's no more, so we go back to the start. Otherwise, just plus equals 1. Okay, so a bit of a trick one there, but basically that's how that works. Now, pick up another earth. Now, it's not smart enough to know that earth and earth or earth already exists, so add to it. It just adds it to the end of the array. And if we go through D, etc., there you go, and we just cycle through. Now, if we use F, so for earth, right now we're on the first element, earth. So what's earth? Earth is going to add 20 to our HP. HP is over here, so if I hit F, there you go, it's up to 32. Now we've got fire next in the list, hit F, it's going to add 50, so fire is 50. And then we've got water, so if we hit F, adds 2. Then hit F again on earth, adds another 20. Now I can't use any more. Can't go G either. So, but if we go along, we get another water, and we got another fire. We can cycle through, and we can use F for water, add it by 2. Now I can't go anymore, there's only fire. Hit G, 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 not doing anything. Hit F to use the fire, goes up by 50. And that's it. That's pretty much how it rolls, how it works. And we've just added some inventory usage to our inventory setup from the last episode. This is quite simple. There's different ways you can show the inventory as well. So rather than, I guess, having the whole list of inventory, you might just have whatever items are there, but you then might have the max array. So you might have like 10 elements in your inventory, but you only show 10. Then you hit G to cycle through each one and showing you at what element each one is, along with the name, if that makes sense. So yeah, maybe in the next episode we can have a look at that. However, we will probably be doing something a little different, not sure yet, but we'll soon see what happens. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learnt something there and had a little bit of fun. Anyway, see you later in the next episode. Ciao, ciao.